Guten Abend, here we are. Yeah, same situation like we had with the, where are we? Here with this one, with the elephant, the UHQR. We are in the process of shipping. I sneaked away, listened to them, and give you my first impression after I listened to those 3 records. Yeah, here they are. Start of a new series, gigantic series in a way. I mean, we're talking at least 75 titles, and yeah, of course, it's extremely exciting when you get the first records of a series. And so, hey, you know what? Let's get right into it. Hey, Jefferson, Marius, Sublime, Fabio, JBL, Berdit, Klaas. Okay, let's start with the fastest, best-selling record since I have opened the analog production shop here in Europe. Since almost 1 year, we have in December we have a birthday, 1 year. But this record so far broke all records. Face value, Phil Collins. Here it is. Wonderful Stoughton jacket. 45 listen. 45 RPM, as you probably all know. And before we get into the hype sticker, the vinyl, how silent it is, how flat it is, let's get right into how does it sound? What is my impression? My impression was demo quality. It's this is all what I've hoped for, and maybe even a little bit more. I mean, of course, it starts with In the Air Tonight, and you know, the last third of the song In the Air Tonight, you know, it starts when he does this vocoder thing. Ugh. Unbelievable. And then at the end, when the drums kick in, I mean, those of you who knows this record knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was a little bit afraid for my speakers and my tubes, but they managed it. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Liam, you will love it. You will love it. You know, of course, it's very exciting. You can imagine now that I've sold hundreds of those, and it's different now. Now, in early years, I got my record and was happy when I liked it, when it sounds amazing. But now it's a little bit more weight. But trust me on this one. This is a killer. Interesting. The vocoder effect was inspired by Grandmaster Flash Message song. Okay, great to know. Thanks for sharing, Jeremy. Yeah, everything you can hope for, everything you can expect. Mastering what Ed Gruntman, probably Chris Bellman. Wonderful job. And I promise you for the last time, but nobody can say I haven't told you. If you consider this one, get it. You will only, Chet only has a contract till the end of the year. So this probably won't see a repress. So yeah, jackets, that's the point. I mean, wonderful. 45 RPM on 2 discs. I show you the label because that's quite nice, of course. Look at it. Here we go. Nice, huh? Lovely. Dead flat, silent, Perfect. So, yeah, I mean, Marius also already stated it has a clarity, it has a punch and a dynamic that is usually hard to find on a disc. This amazing. It sounds so fresh, so good. I don't have an original yet, but I'm quite sure about the outcome if I will do a comparison. Yeah, the Phil Collins, not much more needed to say. All of those releases comes with this kind of sheet where you have quite a lot of information and statements. When it comes here, you see the labels. Always nice to see. Very informative, very nice thing. And of course, we got a new hype sticker. Maybe some of you already have seen them. Here is the Atlantic Series hype sticker. I like to read them, and I do this now too. 75th anniversary of Atlantic Records. 75 historic titles, handpicked and supervised by Analog Productions CEO Chad Kasem, mastered from the original analog tape or best available sources by top mastering engineers, cut at 45 RPM and pressed on 180 gram heavyweight vinyl. And something very important, I think when I did my stream together with Chad, he already showed it, but I will show it again because that is what we want. Come on, I hope the camera, I hope you can read it. Here, this is very, very important, and it is on all of those 3 records, and it says 100% all analog. So there is nothing to discuss, that this is totally obvious, and that's how it should be. 100% all analog. I have some spoilers, but let's get first into the 3 records we have here. Because now let's get into the second one, and for the second, I choose the Mingus. Blues and Roots. I like that. Of course, we all love that sound. Here is the backside. And again, mastered by Kevin Gray. Again, 100% all analog. One of the best sounding jazz records I personally have ever heard. And this really means something in this case, because here is really something going on. A lot of music is happening here, all over the place. And one thing, this is not entry level when it comes to jazz. It's an unbelievable album. And now I really can understand what I have heard quite often when it comes to the Blues and Roots, Charles Mingus, that they say, oh, this is my favorite Mingus. This is one of my favorite jazz records. Unbelievable. If you're into jazz, if you like Mingus, this is an unbelievable record. And as I said, there is a lot of going on. It's all over the place, but it has a sound stage. Every musician, and there are a lot of them, are put into stone it's the clarity, the details, and even that really excites me when I listen to it. Although there are unbelievable much going on, you have still can be attached to those subtle details. They are there. This is an amazing achievement, this jazz record. And I remember when Chad and me did the stream about the Atlantic Series, he said the Mingus sounds unbelievable, and he was right. The Mingus, by the way, was a long planned title, but now, of course, as it is an Atlantic title, they put it out within the series. So highly recommended if you like jazz, but it's not the easiest jazz. It's a wonderful record if you're into it. Highly recommended. And wow. I briefly go now into the third record, and then we can discuss a little bit. We can talk about the announcements from today. And the third record is done by Ryan K. Smith, and we're talking John Prine here. Oh wait, I forgot something. I really wanted to share this. I want to show you the label, because this is a little bit different. See, it's on this Atlantic label. I hope, can you see it? Yeah, here we go. So this is the label for the Mingus. But now back to the John Prine. Yeah, country music. And of course, how shall I put it? This is mostly a man and his guitar. Country, great, sounds great. But of course, when it comes to those two releases, those are fireworks musically. There's of course way more going on than on this country record, but still a lovely, great sounding record on the Atlantic label, on the Atlantic 75 series. So first batch delivers. All of you who got it already or will get it within the next days, you will get amazing stuff. So I'm totally happy, and yeah, love to share this experience. And yeah, and to the spoilers, which is not a spoiler in a way, since today you can order or pre-order the next batch, which is the Genesis Selling England by the Pound, which is the Foreigner, and the wonderful. Don't underestimate this title. It will be amazing, the upcoming Dr. John. Give this title a chance. I think this is an absolute highlight. I do love Dr. John, and especially this release. This will be a killer one. David, you like the John Prine? You have it already, or you will get it? Okay, here, Jefferson with it, John Prine. It's hands down the best pressing ever. The steel guitar leaps, yeah, it's amazing. But I hope you don't get me wrong when I say it's difficult to stand next to the Mingus Blues and Roots and the face value in a way. Of course, it's an amazing record. I didn't mean it. Blues and Mingus was on Atlantic 50, but I don't know it was on vinyl. I don't know either, can't tell you. So now, if you want to, I have said my things. I have shared my first impression. We can get a little bit into the series, if you like, into the titles you look forward. But yeah, now with this batch, I'm even more eager to get the next three and the next two and the next three and the next two. Let's really hope that he keeps them coming. Hello, Power. Yeah, you will get them. I think tomorrow we will have shipped them all finally, but hey, a lot of shipments. So hello, Winston. So have there been any anymore? I really wish there were 33 and third pressing of some of these Atlantics, but I guess that's just a pipe dream. The series is about the best possible quality, the best possible sound quality, and then you have to do them in 45. I think we can have this discussion forth and back and forth and back and forth. So that's the, in my personal opinion, right decision Chad made. If we make them as good as possible, and then you have to choose the 45. Of course, it has its inconvenience. Michael, you have the selling England by classic. Yes, I have the classic and I have the British. I will do that, Gustavo, because I have the classic records and I have the British first pressing, the original. No, I haven't noticed that, Craig. Yeah, that's a bummer, isn't it? What title are you mostly looking forward to, Michael? As you can imagine, when it comes to a series like this, I'm a completionist, no doubt about that. And of course, I do have my favorites. And I can't wait for The Lamp Lies Down the Broadway on 4 discs in this wonderful jacket that he announced. I can't wait for some of the Ray Charles, Bad Company, and even Foreigner. You know, I'm not a Foreigner fan, of course, but hey, I was young. This is in my youth. They were huge, and your Cold as Ice. I mean, wow, the whole Genesis catalog, Bad Company, The Loaded, Velvet Underground, the Alice Cooper. I can't wait for the Alice Cooper. And really, this Trust Me on the Dr. John that comes in November. That will be a killer too, I'm quite sure. Yeah, right, Winston. That was, damn, Foreigner was so big. But you can't escape them at the time, and that's what how I felt a little bit about them. But hey, come on, it's at least 20 years ago I've listened the last time to Foreigner, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be probably a cool rediscovery. Yeah, the Hootie. Yeah, and of course, hey, the come on, my memory, the rock titles. It comes again later. Sorry. Yeah, of course, the Yes LPs. Hey, how could I forget those? Marius is looking for every single one. I don't think that you do. Come on, you are one of those. You are not. Are you a completionist when it comes to the Atlantic series? That would be a surprise. Cool, but I would be surprised. Hey, Dreamscape, how are you? Yeah, but again, I said that at the beginning, and I say that here again. I was so happy when I listened to those records that they are that good. Of course, I hope for it, and you know, in chat we trust, but that the Mingus is not from this world, and yeah, and having such a wonderful sounding rock title, rock pop, the face value finally, and that's what I meant with demo quality. Now, if you get a visitor and he said, "What do you like?" It's a pop rock, and then you can put on the frequency, say, "This is vinyl. See, this is vinyl." Good luck with streaming. Yeah, you're right, Gustavo. The Herbie Hancock 45 RPM is back in stock. That's great news, and I hope at the end of next week I will have them in my shop too. Yeah. And of course, we will see more Mingus titles on the Atlantic 75 series, which is a great thing, especially after this one. I can imagine that Winston is also looking forward to the Alice Cooper, aren't you, Winston? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it will. Yeah. By the way, Chad told me he listened to something and said this is probably will be an amazing sounding record. Okay, Vinyl Gorilla needs new glasses, Michael. Where can I get those frames? This company is called. No, I can't read it. I will write a comment, please. New glasses on below the video, and I will put the I will put a link under your comment. vinyl. Hey Ed, see, I knew it that you like it. That's the point, Cranberry. The first 3 are so good, it gives me great confidence in the remaining 72, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the point, and that's what makes me so exciting when I listen to the first 3, because this is, of course, the entrance, and so what can we expect? How high will the level? How high will the standard be? And now we know very, very high. Very high. He put really a level here. This is amazing. Amazing. Cool. Ivan has so many versions of Phil Collins' Face Value, so I'm looking forward for this for you. Yeah. Oh, if you have so many, make a shootout. Will be quite cool. I would like to know also, Michael, I need new glasses also. Then look under Vinyl Gorilla's comment. Yes. But you have to decide. If I share them, I will be shot probably. No, I'm kidding. I don't know anything. Yeah, that's the big elephant in the room, right? The hopes for a Zeppelin final to the series. Let's hope for the best. Oh, I like that question, Didi. Will you keep the 75th collection together on the shelf? The answer, surprisingly, is yes. Yes. 100% for sure. You're right. Even better, I will design glasses. Something Dame Edna may say. Something like Dame Edna were. Gus, I like so much I should have Sonny Rollins. Do you think that a UH... Great question. I think if you would let's imagine it would be possible. I don't know if, but it might be possible to do it exactly like the original. I think he would get quite some critique, because I loved it, because when the saxophone is an explosion, but it lacks quite some bass, and I think that he would get heavily criticized for the lack of bass. So maybe it would be possible, but I don't think they would go that road. Drive careful. Drive careful. Gustavo, I like so. Ah, okay, sorry. Then. Yeah. Okay. So keep your question coming. Otherwise, I will drive back to the shop and put in the records, the packages Hartmut has done in the meantime, and drive them to UPS. But hey, I have some minutes if you want to. If you have more questions, just shoot. So have I overlooked? Is there life after Atlantic 75? I look forward to more epic albums from my youth. Yeah, Klaas. Are you my age? Yeah. Let's hope for the best, but they will come eventually. Come on. To my knowledge, he's quite fine. He did the stream and the interview on Friday. You should look that up. It's amazing. Look up the interview that did with Jean Schwartz. Yeah, see, 63, I'm 65. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All those 80s and early 90s. Yeah, but I'm quite sure that we will see this. I am 58. Are you still subscribed to Vinyl? Please. Yeah, I'm still subscribed. And we have to discuss about the direction, I think. I will do a video or a live stream where we should discuss this. Thank you. That's what I was looking for, the Stone Temple Pilots. Exactly. You wrote that, and we will do this. We will do this. Yeah, England's selling England by the pound, by the way, might even sell faster than the face value. So England by the pound is doing unbelievable. You can pre-order it since today in the shop. Wow, wow. Yeah, and as I said, I can imagine that a lot of you, when you have ordered one or two or three of them, this is totally convincing, and this again will give this series a huge push. I can imagine when you hear the outcome, when you hear and see and feel. Also, let's not forget about those amazing jackets when you have them in your hand. This will convince you to get a little bit deeper into those. Trust me. Yeah. No, I didn't get that. I'm sorry, but I've heard really only very good things about it, so it should be really cool. No, that's not cashmere. It's not that cold outside. It's called alpaca, I think. Yes, we are in the middle of processing the latest Thomas orders. It will be shipped within this week. Don't forget, OBC orders takes a little bit longer because the dealers has to ship them to us. They make a larger package, they wait, and then, so it's not like in the shop, okay, not today, we need several days to ship all those, but usually in the annual production shop, we ship the same day or the next day. Who is shitting over it? There is nothing to shit about it. You like it or you don't like it, but shitting on it, yeah, feel free. But there's not much to shit about this. These releases, they are amazing. What is the exact name of the vinyl storage sleeve for gatepods? I received only single sleeve records. I could need some. Write me. I don't want to get too deep into this now. Write me an email, Paul. I will get into that. We can go through it. I have my way of doing it. Maybe you like it, or there are other possibilities. Okay. Very different question. Collecting, listening, and comparing all this album version eats a lot of your time. How do you manage to do this in parallel to your private and business life? You know what? The key is standing up early. Really. If you stand up very early, you gain much time. It's unbelievable how different a day is if you stand up, let's say, at 5 o'clock, or if you stay up at 8 o'clock. It's a huge difference. And that's how I try it for the most of the days. Davis, how do you clean your records? I use a do-it-yourself ultrasonic myself. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I use the Claudio, and I also use the Claudio for the people who wants to have cleaned their record in the shop. And for me, this is so far by far my best cleaning experience. Are we talking about the tuckable? There has been a mistake. Yeah, we will change that. There has been a mistake. You're right. I have the Electric Recording Company release, the mono and the stereo. This has become my main occupation. Absolutely. Yeah, now with the shop and the OBC, there's not much time for something else. Yeah, I'm still only with this. Still only. I'm strong so far, and I will stay strong. I won't fall back into the cigarettes. Yeah, I've only heard good things about it, Cranberry. That's true. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I can imagine that the Asia will be 1 week before selling England by the pound. But on the long run, what is 1 week? I mean, right, not that I know. At least I haven't held a gun to anybody's head. And you know what? They don't need to. They really sell amazing. Michael, do you notice a large difference after cleaning your HQI and other AP disks? I have noticed less of a difference than other pressers, likely due to quality control at analog productions part. I agree, but you know, usually when you clean a record and even a new record, if it's a good pressing, you don't have a single click or pop, and I love that with a new record. I don't mind the pop here and there, don't get me wrong, but when it's totally silent, totally clean, I love a fresh, clean record, and it, in my opinion, it makes a difference. Is it a large difference? I mean, that's relative. Everybody has to decide for himself, right? Yes, there is a plan. I may be able to do another really, really cool comparison. Oh, that's nice. Good to know. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I mean. Now that Susan Miller mentions it, if you want to have the news of the European shop, just subscribe to the newsletter at the shop. There's also a link in the video description. And I got asked so much, and now I'm really happy. I think I haven't mentioned that, or have I? You now can also order SACDs at the shop. Yeah, the loaded. I agree. I agree. Okay. What else? What? Michael, which tone poet title most impressed you sound-wise? There is not a number one. Too many now. Simply too many. Difficult to say. I made a video about the 10 best sounding tone poets. I still stick to those. I will do something at the end of the year regarding the tone poet. I didn't do a video about every release now, but I will collect them and then get into those. It's not possible. I don't have a number one. I mean, it's too many, right? Oh, I will do that. I will tell Hartmut you say hello. Yes, I have an online store here in Europe. I sell here in Europe the analog production titles. You find a link in the video description down below. Oh, that's again a very interesting. Thanks for mentioning it. I don't know if it's more than the US, but yeah. I think especially when it comes to stuff like the Genesis, the Phil Collins, those rock titles, Bad Company, they are huge here in Europe. The demand for those titles is huge. The Europeans do love those titles. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. You didn't know that? Okay. I have to do more advertisement if you didn't know that. I'm always careful to put it out too much here on the channel, you know. Yeah, I have some of those. I do like them. I don't love them, but I do like them. And yeah, the cover design is amazing. It's amazing. So far not. So far not. And another amazing thing now that you mentioned stuff like this, that's I think worth mentioning. We really shipped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the Elephant UHQR, and so far, nor with shipping or with quality issues, no complaint, not one so far. This is also, I think, quite worth mentioning. Speaks for Hartmut's shipping and Chad's ability to press amazing records. So this is really worth mentioning. I think out of hundreds, no flaws so far. That's also quite worth mentioning, in my opinion, because what I hear otherwise, some pressings can be really quite problematic. No, I haven't heard anything yet. But of course, I mean, they are doing thousands of them. And please don't forget, we're talking vinyl here. We're not talking CD or streaming. So of course, there can be a problem. But hey, what can you do? Send it back, you get a new copy. That's what you can do, you know. Okay, you know what would be cool? We can, near to Christmas, we do a live stream with some of us coming up. Yeah, of course, anytime. Hartmut does it, I do it, we clean them. You know, you that's the beauty with the cloud. You put in 5 records, then you have 1 hour, put in the next 5. So that's cool. Yeah, still rumors. Okay, cool. As long, you know, you of course you also can return this, but as long as it doesn't affect the playing, hey, come on. Yeah, I started a separate store channel, but hey, that it was so complicated, and yeah, that was really cool. I think in a way it started with this one, in my opinion, the Elephant. That was so out of line in a way, and then the next announcement with the Atlantic and even more rock pop. Wow. I hope he goes down that road more and more and more. You know, yeah, conflict of interest. I don't like to advertise more aggressively. The conflict of interest. If I don't like a record, I say it. But hey, you are really on the safe side when it comes to the analog production. I mean, they do a great job usually. I really hope the Led Zeppelin will be repressed from the classic records metalwork in the Atlantic 75 series. I can't comment on that. I would be happy, of course. Those records belongs out there. If he decides to do a new, if he can, the most important thing is that he can do it. The rest, I think he will do as good as possible. Okay. I don't have an OG yet, but I can tell you that my listening experience was quite amazing, Zeb. Nice to see you, by the way. Great guy. He knows everything about crowd. If you want to learn about crowd, go to Zeb's channel. Great. Really, really cool. Okay. Okay, here you have an answer from Cranberry. Cranberry thinks that the Collins outshines the OG for sure. Can someone answer Belisario Sonic's question? Or how the... I don't have any information about this. Okay, quick question. How many records do you have in your collection? Right now, I have 4,322 when it comes to my Discogs list. Okay, guys, now I have to go back to Thomas. Better late than never. Huh? Okay. As I said, now I have to go back to Hartmut, drive the packages to the UPS store. I hope I gave you a good overview. They are fantastic. Thank you for your time. See you soon. Bye.